Hey everyone, and welcome. In our digital world, the biggest threats are usually the ones you can't even see. That's why today we're going to decode vulnerability management. We'll dig into what it is, why it's so critical, and then we'll break down some of the top tools out there designed to protect your network. Let's dive in. All right, so here's the plan. First, we'll cover why vulnerability management matters so much in the first place. Then we're going to look at 4 of the heavy hitters in this space: Tenable, ESET, a couple of unified platforms from Heimdall and ManageEngine, and then the cloud powerhouse, Qualys. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with some queer next steps for you. Okay, let's kick things off with the big question. Why does this even matter? Well, it's all about securing your digital fortress, but maybe not in the way you think. So let me ask you this, and really think about it. Are your digital doors unlocked? I mean, with all the apps, servers, and devices you're managing, could there be a back door somewhere that you don't even know exists? That, right there, is the exact problem vulnerability management was created to solve. So what are we actually talking about here? Well, vulnerability management is basically the whole process of finding those unlocked doors, figuring out which ones are the most dangerous, and then, locking them down for good. And it's not a one-and-done thing. It's a cycle that has to keep going. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine a regular, super high-tech security patrol for your entire digital property. It's constantly on the move, scanning everything from your servers to employee laptops, looking for any tiny crack an attacker could wiggle through. All right, let's talk tools. First up, we've got a name that's practically synonymous with this whole field: Tenable. Honestly, this is often the go-to for companies that need to see everything across their network. Their motto says it all. They give you the power to see what's happening, predict what could go wrong, and act before it does. So what makes Tenable so powerful? Well, for starters, it's always on, constantly discovering new things on your network, which is huge in today's messy cloud environments. But here's the real magic. It uses threat intelligence and data science to tell you which vulnerabilities you need to fix right now. Instead of just a technical severity rating, you get a simple risk score. That's a game changer for knowing where to put your energy first.
And check this out, over 200 integrations. What does that mean for you? It means Tenable can plug right into the other security tools you're already using. This lets you automate your workflows and respond to threats way faster.
Okay, next up is ESET, and they come at this from a slightly different angle. They're famous for their endpoint security. So if Tenable is about seeing the whole picture, ESET is more for the teams who want a simple, automated set-it-and-forget-it solution to fix problems on their actual computers and servers. ESET's real strength is its laser focus on your endpoints. It's always watching your operating systems and applications for weaknesses. And here's the best part. It automatically applies the patches to fix them. You don't have to chase them down. Plus, you can set up policies so updates happen after hours, so you're not interrupting anyone's work. And just to give you an idea of its reach, ESET Scanner can spot over 35,000 different known vulnerabilities, or CVEs as they're called. Think of a CVE as a unique ID for a security flaw. Having a database that massive means very few things are going to slip through the cracks. Now, let's switch gears a bit and look at a whole different approach. The next 2 tools we're going to talk about, Heimdall and ManageEngine, are all about the unified platform idea. Basically, they combine a bunch of different security functions into one single package. This slide breaks it down really nicely. You've got Heimdall on one side, which is all about automated patching, but it also bundles in things like threat prevention and antivirus. Its key strength? It can patch pretty much anything: Windows, Mac, Linux, third-party apps, all from one spot. Then you have ManageEngine, which feels more like a complete security audit solution, especially for companies with a lot of remote workers. It focuses on that end-to-end management and making sure you're compliant.
So looking a little closer at Heimdall, you can see it's really built to make life easier for IT teams. It automatically spits out compliance reports for things like GDPR, and it makes sure every update it sends out is encrypted and secure.
And with ManageEngine, the feature list is just extensive. It's designed from the ground up to secure a modern, spread-out workforce, scanning devices no matter where they are. It's also really big on system hardening, auditing you against more than 75 industry security benchmarks and helping you lock down things like web servers or even uninstall risky software.
Okay, our final tool is Qualys. Qualys really harnesses the power of the cloud to give you real-time visibility across your entire global IT setup. You can think of it as the ultimate all-seeing eye for every single device connected to your network.
So what's Qualys' superpower? It's that real-time discovery.
It gives you a complete, constantly updated list of every device on your network, even the ones you didn't know were there. It can sync that info with your main IT asset database, a CMDB, and it even uses machine learning to spot vulnerabilities with really high accuracy. And it pulls all that into these great customizable dashboards.
But hey, no tool is perfect, right? It's only fair to mention a few potential drawbacks that users have pointed out. For really big networks, scans can sometimes be a bit slow. It can also, on occasion, flag false positives, which means your team has to do some extra digging. And the licensing, which is based on live IP addresses, can get a little pricey for some organizations.
Whew. Okay, we've covered a ton of information. So now for the most important part. How do you take all this and figure out what's actually the right tool for you and your organization?
I want this idea to really stick with you. The whole philosophy here is about being proactive. In today's world, just sitting back and waiting for a breach to happen, well, that's just not an option anymore. You have to be proactive. It's absolutely essential.
So here's a simple 3-step plan to get you started. First, just assess your own situation. How big is your team? What kind of environment are you running? What are your compliance needs? Step 2, use the free trials. Almost all of these guys offer them, and there's just no better way to learn than by getting your hands dirty. And finally, once you've done your homework, you can make a decision you feel confident about, one that really fits your goals.
And I'll leave you with this one last thought. Remember, a tool is only part of the puzzle. Your security is a process, not just a product you buy off the shelf.